Fucking doesn't do a goddamn thing.
You know
it's
what's
hot as fuck and cold as fuck.
What's that?
Lack of humidity.
Lack of humidity. Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, the Sahara Desert used to be a fucking rainforest.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the normal path of things. We look at stuff through such a narrow window that we think, oh, the desert's the desert, the jungle's the jungle. But there's a natural path that goes back and forth between things becoming like rainforest and jungle, and then things becoming sand.
We talking about the ice caps too? How apparently that was lush. Someone told me that used to be lush forest. That became. We're in an ice age right now. Technically, is that correct?
I don't think so.
I heard if we have polar ice caps, that's technically an ice age. But I could be wrong. My cousin told me that.
Oh, your cousin might be on Reddit.
His cousin
definitely go through our conspiracy.
Definitely on Reddit.
My cousin was reassuring me. He's like, dude, the ice caps will fully melt and it'll just be lush and we'll all move up there. You know, hundreds of years.
Well, if global warming does keep accelerating, that's the people that have the most optimistic view of it. They say all the places that are wicked cold will just move into those.
I was listening to that guy. He was talking about how like the Midwest, like Minnesota and shit, that'll be like Canada.
Yeah,
it's going to get a lot warmer.
I'm going to recross the Bering Strait.
You gotta get back.
I'm go back.
I think
to
it's the
Pangaea.
opposite though. It's going to get more water. You're looking at it wrong.
So I get my time.
If an ice age happens, then you can make that walk.
I need that.
Yeah,
that was my favorite. Jones. He was like, "Fuck global warming. The ice caps are growing," and everyone was like, "Shut the fuck up." And then one quick Google, you're like, "God damn it, he's right."
They're growing.
Antarctica is.
So Leonardo DiCaprio is wrong.
Leonardo DiCaprio can get.
He talked to the scientists.
All these fucking scientists, even the scientists don't agree because like there's a mass group of scientists that will tell you, and this is undeniable, that human beings have had a big impact on carbon emissions. But you know that volcano that just erupted? Where'd that volcano just erupt?
I mean,
there's
Iceland
one
had a
that
big
just
one.
cracked.
Oh, recently?
Some guy put this, I would like to find out if this is true. Some guy put this on Twitter that there was more CO2 released from that one volcano erupting than everything human beings have ever done.
Really?
I don't know if it's true. Sounds amazing, though.
I like it.
I've heard math in the parts per
Shut down
million.
some cucks with that kind of
Yeah,
talk.
I like it. I'll be at the cellar trying to dish that out. They'll be like, where did you find that? I'll be like, don't worry about it.
You see, people worry
worry
about all
about it.
kinds of things, but super volcanoes is what you really should worry about. They've knocked humanity down to just a few thousand people in the past.
Really?
Yeah, 70,000 years ago. We've talked about it before. I think it's called the Toba. Is that what it is? The Toba volcano? It's a super volcano. I think it's near Indonesia. Fact-checked, volcanoes do not produce more CO2 emissions than human activity.
Reuters is on your ass, dude.
Yeah.
They probably typed that up in real time.
So this was June 8th of 2022. So this was one they were talking. God, I wish I saved it. It was one of those things I was looking on Twitter. I'm like, wow, better Google that later.
That one little burp by Mount Etna.
But he said he was going to release data that proved this.
I mean,
One little burp by Mount Etna has already put more than 10 times the CO2 in the atmosphere than mankind has in our entire time on Earth. Don't worry about a scam is in the works to tax your minuscule footprint. Oh, this is a meme that someone put out? Yeah. I didn't see a meme. I saw someone's tweet. They might have stole the meme and tried to be clever. Or the meme might have come from this guy's tweet as well. Same allegation has been shared here in 2016. An iteration posted on Twitter June 2nd is retweeted nearly 9,000 times. Yeah, it might all be horseshit.
Yeah, I mean, but my thing
That's
is,
a lot, though. Look
That,
at all
looks like a lot of stuff.
like
it's a big ass cloud. I'd say that's 40% CO2 if I had to put my eye on
if I
that.
had to just one glance at it.
Well, it's just funny to be like, nah, the Earth's not warming up. Just does anyone know the temperature of the entire Earth?
Both people,
Doubt it.
both people are silly. The people with limited research that say it's nothing to worry about, and the people with limited research that say we're all gonna die. Both people are silly. The ones that make the most sense to me. I had a guy named Steve Koonin on the podcast. He's a physicist who got into that's what he is, right? Koonin.
Yes, I think so.
And he, I forget how he was tasked with going about looking into climate change, but what he found was that the periods of ups and downs have always existed. Like this idea that the Earth has ever been at a stable temperature that stays like this, that's just not the case. it goes up and it goes down, and it seems like it's always done that forever, and it varies wildly. Like they have these big giant spikes up and down, but this is over thousands and thousands of years, right? Maybe millions of years, where they're predicting like how long. But for sure, we're having an impact. But the question is like, how much impact? Like, what is the difference? And would it be happening anyway? Would it be warming up anyway? If we didn't do anything to fuck up the environment, then we could look at the environment for what it is. We could say, oh, look, it looks like it's warming up. Well, we know we're not doing anything about that.
Yeah.
If we had no impact, but we know it.
Yeah, but the thing no one thinks about is we were like, we escaped from nature in like a blind rush out of just being constantly destroyed by like floods and eaten by predators, and we set up this whole system so we can like eat and not all die.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, fuck this, and it's like, I mean, we can definitely tweak it to be better, but Jesus Christ, man. A little bit of appreciation.
A little bit of
I'm a
appreciation of
classicist,
what
but-
we've done. It's amazing what people have done, but yeah, for sure, we could do a lot of the shit better.
Dude, like plastic bags, they could figure out different technology for something that doesn't sit in the ocean for,
Well, they can make biodegradable plastic now.
why don't, that's my thing. Why don't they?
Well,
That's
it's
a
not.
practical
Get to it.
Plastics, as they are now, I think most of them are just made with fossil fuels, right?
Yeah.
Most plastics. But I know they're putting out like biodegradable plastics that are made from plant. You can actually make plastic from hemp, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, it was wild. I read that. I was like, what?
I don't like it. I got to bring my own bags to my grocery store, and I forget them every time. So then I buy one. Now
Like
I've
the
got a whole
canvas
fucking,
bags?
I got piles of bags
Get
in
a
my apartment.
stick. Get a stick with a bandana.
I might, dude.
All your girls-
Get some beans, dude.
It is a
Send
good
my girlfriend
move.
out for beans.
It is a good move that they just don't just give away bags anymore. Like, even though it's real convenient, it's probably better if you bring a bag.
It is.
Yeah.
You know,
But who's going to remember that?
nobody.
Yeah,
but we've never
I walk
remembered
outside
it.
my front door and go, fuck, I forgot a bag.
But isn't that a thing
I
that
don't
we
feel
can
like
adjust
unlocking
to?
it. We'll adjust to it, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on if you're a walking apartment person
Yeah.
versus someone who drives.
Yeah.
Like if you're driving to the supermarket, it makes sense to just leave a bag in your trunk.
Yeah.
But if you're a walking person in an apartment and you're in the city and you forget a bag, that's annoying.
Or
Yeah.
just do paper bags and burn them.
Yeah,
What
but
about
then
the
you kill
CO2
the
CO2
trees.
emissions?
dude? What about the
No,
emissions?
they
What about the
disappear.
emissions, bro?
Goes up in the air.
Oh, it goes away?
Goes straight through space. Goes out into space. I don't know what these fucking pussies are talking about, dude. Global warming is fucking not real. I'm sick of it.
I had Randall Carlson on my podcast. He's an expert in collisions, like cosmic collisions on
Yeah.
Earth. And he said, he goes, global warming is not good. He goes, but what's really bad is global cooling.
Oh.
He goes, global cooling is terrifying. Ice ages, that's where everybody dies.
Yeah.
That's where there's no food. That's where you're fucking starving to death.